Now, Michael Kroger, the latest Newspoll shows the government a fair bit behind Labor, 43% to Labor's 53%. Scott Morrison's popularity as a relative lead over Anthony Albanese falling very much. It's looking very grim for Scott Morrison in the election due in the first half of next year. I struggle to see how he's going to win it.
No, I don't agree with that, Andrew. Don't forget, our brand was absolutely dead. It was toxic in November 2018 when we lost the state election here. We'd lost Wentworth with a 20% swing against it. Malcolm Turnbull's seat the month before. 6 months later, Morrison wins. The election won't be fought on the virus or AstraZeneca or on the response. People, 70% plus will be vaccinated by Christmas. The electorate will move on to another issue. Albanese, Palaszczuk have put all their eggs into the basket of this issue. But once the debate federally turns to the economy and which party do you trust for taking Australia out of this terrible economic situation into the future, you can back Morrison and Frydenberg or Albo and his man from Queensland. Well, there's no doubt which way the electorate will turn, and you've seen Albo's big policy announcement the last few days, this sort of roulette wheel with the payment to people to get the virus to the vaccine. That's not serious policy. So, Andrew, yeah, things look bad at the minute, but it's going to turn around as soon as the big issue of the economy comes to the fore, which it will at the end of the year up until the election in April.
Steve Conroy, it's interesting, isn't it? Because by the end of the year, I think we're going to have so much vaccine. Everyone who could have got vaccinated and wanted it will have had plenty of chance. There is a distinct possibility, and I think it's an absolute imperative, that we will open up from January. It should be earlier in my view. Do you think the tide will then shift towards the Prime Minister?
Well, I think I think firstly it's an encouraging poll for Albo, but that is all it is, encouraging. Labor's competitive. For those who said Labor have got no chance under Albo, they're going to have a good hard look in the mirror. But I think if you watch Simon Birmingham this morning, he made it clear he didn't believe that New South Wales, because of its problems, would be bordered by any other state. This is what he actually said. He actually said, I don't think any other state will open up to travel to New South Wales because of their disaster that they're going through. So I think the concept that Australia is going to be opening up from the 1st of January is a pipe dream, because the Prime Minister is not prepared to mandate vaccine passports. He's not prepared to say, the cinema, the airlines, they will only allow people to come on with a vaccine proof. He's certainly not going to open up Australia to international travel. So I don't see that these issues are going to be resolved on the 1st of January. I think that's an optimistic view.
Look, you might be right. I think he's very scared, and it may well be that he's trapped by that into not opening up until after the election, which will be too late, I assume. Michael Kroger, Steve Conroy, thank you both so much for your time.